Welcome back to Chat English, where we teach you the English you actually use every day. Today, we are going to look at why saying I am sorry at work might actually be ruining your professional image. It is Wednesday at 2 in the afternoon. You just realized you attached the wrong file to your boss in a message. You see the 3 little dots showing they are typing, and your stomach completely drops.
The last time this happened to me, I completely panicked and typed, "OMG, I am so sorry. I am so stupid. Please forgive me." And my boss just replied, "Okay," which was the absolute worst feeling ever.
By the end of this video, you will have the exact copy-paste chat formulas to fix any work mistake quickly, politely, and without losing your confidence. Let's start by looking at what Dave did wrong. We call Dave's message the 100 sorries text.
Because I felt like I needed to apologize 100 times to be polite. I wanted my boss, Mr. Henderson, to know that I felt terrible about sending the wrong file.
That is a very natural feeling, Dave. When you are speaking in a second language, you worry even more. You worry that your mistake makes you look bad at your job, and you worry that your English is not good enough.
Yes, it's a double panic. I want to show them I am humble, so I apologize as hard as I can.
But in English business culture, over-apologizing actually does the opposite. When you send a huge emotional apology, you look less competent.
Less competent? Like, I don't know how to do my job?
Exactly. You're creating a lot of drama over a small mistake. Plus, you're making your boss do emotional work.
Emotional work? What does that mean?
When you say, I am so stupid, please forgive me, your boss has to comfort you. They have to reply and say, no, Dave, you're not stupid, it's okay. Your boss does not want to do that. They just want the correct file.
Oh, wow. I never thought about it like that. I'm forcing Mr. Henderson to be my therapist instead of my manager. He definitely does not want to be my therapist.
Right, so we are going to replace the 100 sorries text with our first formula. It's called acknowledge and pivot.
Acknowledge and pivot. Okay, my toolbox is open. What is the phrase?
Instead of I am so sorry, you're going to type, my apologies for the oversight.
My apologies for the oversight. Let me think about that word, oversight. Does that mean I was looking over something?
Close. An oversight is a small mistake you make because you didn't notice something or you forgot something. It's the perfect word for a typo, a forgotten email attachment, or a scheduling mistake.
My apologies for the oversight. I like that. It sounds very calm. It does not sound like a tragedy.
Exactly. It keeps the emotions out of the workplace. Notice we use my apologies instead of I am sorry.
Is there a big difference between apologies and sorry?
Yes, I am sorry is deeply personal. You say I am sorry when you step on someone's foot on the bus or when you break your friend's favorite coffee mug. It carries emotional weight.
But at work, we just want to keep it professional, so we use apologies.
You got it. So you start with my apologies for the oversight. That's the acknowledge part. Now you have to pivot. You have to provide the solution.
Okay, so I say, I will try to find the right file now.
No, that is still too passive. We want to use an active solution. You should find the file first, attach it to the chat, and type, here is the updated file.
Here is the updated file. Wait, updated? Like a computer update?
Yes, like an update, but in an office, an updated file means the new, correct version of your work.
Why do we say updated file instead of new file? If I say new file, is that wrong?
It's not grammatically wrong, but updated sounds much more professional. When you say new file, it sounds like you started completely over because you ruined the first one. Updated means it's the same solid work, you just fixed a small detail.
That's so clever. It makes me sound like I'm constantly improving things. Here is the updated file, not here is a totally different file because I messed up.
Exactly. It's a small difference in words, but a big difference in how your boss sees you. So let's practice the whole formula together. Dave, you sent Mr. Henderson last month's sales report instead of this month's. He messages you and says, Dave, this is July's data.
I take a deep breath. I find the August data, I attach it, and I type, "My apologies for the oversight. Here is the updated file."
Perfect. How does that feel compared to your old panic text?
It feels amazing. It takes 2 seconds to read. Mr. Henderson gets exactly what he needs, and I look like a professional who handles mistakes quickly.
You are a fast learner, Dave. Now let's look at another very common scenario.
What if the mistake is not a file? What if it's just a spelling mistake?
That is a great question. If you notice a spelling mistake in your chat, we use a slightly different phrase. Let's talk about the word typo.
Typo. I know this one. It is a typographical error. It means your finger slipped on the keyboard. Like when I type the word the, but I spell it the.
Exactly. Or when you spell a client's name wrong.
Once I called my boss Mr. Anderson instead of Mr. Henderson. I wanted to hide under my desk and never come out.
That happens to everyone. If you catch a typo right after you send the message, you do not need to send a long apology. You just send a quick follow-up message saying, "Apologies for the typo," and then you provide the correct word.
Apologies for the typo, Mr. Henderson.
Yes, it is light, it is fast, and it keeps the conversation moving.
I love this. I am putting apologies for the typo right next to apologies for the oversight in my toolbox.
Before we move on to our next big mistake scenario, if you are finding these copy-paste chat formulas helpful, make sure to subscribe to Chat English. We make new videos every single week to help you text, talk, and work in English with total confidence.
Yes, subscribe right now. Your boss will definitely thank you. Okay, Jessica, what is the next mistake?
The next mistake is when you do not catch the error yourself. Your boss catches it for you.
Oh no, that is the worst case scenario. When Mr. Henderson messages me and says, Dave, the numbers on page 4 are completely wrong.
How do you usually reply to a message like that?
I usually get very defensive. I say, oh, I am so sorry, but my internet was being very slow yesterday and the accounting software was crashing, so I must have looked at the wrong spreadsheet.
Wow, that is a lot of words and a lot of excuses. We call this the defensive text.
But I want him to know it was not my fault. The internet really was slow. I need him to know the context.
I understand that instinct, but your boss does not care about your internet speed. When you give excuses, you sound like you cannot take responsibility. It makes you look unreliable.
So what do? I can't just say, yes, I am bad at math.
Of course not. We're going to use the smooth ownership formula. You start your reply with the phrase, "good catch."
Good catch? Are we playing baseball? Did Mr. Henderson drop a ball?
It comes from sports, yes, but in an office, good catch means good job noticing that mistake.
Wait, I'm complimenting my boss for finding my mistake?
Yes, you are showing that you value accuracy just as much as he does. You are on the same team. You appreciate his help in making the report perfect.
That is a complete mindset shift. I am not a bad employee getting in trouble. We are two professionals working together to build a perfect report.
Exactly, Dave. It shows immense maturity. Instead of acting scared, you act grateful. You can also use the phrase, "thanks for pointing that out."
Good catch. Thanks for pointing that out. I like both of these. They feel very calm and confident.
But you cannot stop there. If you just say "good catch" and then go to lunch, your boss will be very annoyed.
Right, I have to fix it.
So you immediately follow it with an action phrase. You type, "I'll get that fixed right away."
I'll get that fixed right away. Right away means immediately, right?
Yes, it shows immediate forward motion. You're not sitting there feeling sorry for yourself. You are actively solving the problem.
I feel like a workplace superhero. Thanks for pointing that out. I'll get that fixed right away.
Notice the grammar we use here. We say, "I'll get that fixed," using the word will. I will. We use will to promise a fast future action.
Can I just say I am fixing it right now?
You can, but it creates a slightly different expectation. I am fixing it right now means your hands are currently on your keyboard typing the new numbers.
And what if I'm actually in the office kitchen making a cup of coffee when I get the message on my phone?
Then you definitely should not say, I am fixing it right now. If your boss asks for the file in 10 seconds and you're pouring milk into your coffee, you're in trouble. Say, I'll get that fixed right away. It gives you the 2 minutes you need to walk back to your desk.
I see. I will get that fixed gives me a little breathing room. I'm fixing it means the boss is going to stare at their screen waiting for it to arrive this exact second.
Exactly. It's a subtle difference in verb tense, but a massive difference in managing your boss's expectations.
Okay, so if Mr. Henderson says the numbers are wrong, I say, good catch, thanks for pointing that out. I'll get that fixed right away. If someone said that to me, I would instantly trust them. I wouldn't even be mad about the mistake anymore.
That's the power of these phrases. They protect your professional reputation. Now it is time for our best reply chat quiz. I am going to give you a scenario, and I want everyone watching at home to pause and choose the best reply. Dave, you have to play too.
I am ready. I have my toolbox open. I am not going to panic.
Here is the scenario. You are in charge of scheduling the weekly team video call. You meant to schedule it for 4 in the afternoon, but you made a mistake and accidentally scheduled it for 4 in the morning.
Oh no, 4 in the morning. The whole team is going to wake up in the dark.
Your boss replies in the main group chat, Dave, is this meeting really at 4 a.m.? How do you reply? Here are your 3 options. Option A, I am so sorry. I completely ruined the schedule. I am terrible with time zones. Please forgive me. Option B, the calendar software is acting broken today. It changed the time on me automatically. Option C, good catch. I will update the calendar invitation right away.
Let me think about this. Everyone at home, make your choice. Okay, I'm going to look at option A first. I am so sorry I completely ruined the schedule. This sounds exactly like my old 100 sorries text. It is way too emotional. And it uses the word ruined, which makes the mistake sound huge.
Spot on, Dave. You're creating a crisis out of a simple drop-down menu error. Never use words like ruined or terrible to describe your own work.
Okay, let's look at option B. The calendar software is acting broken today. This is the defensive text. I'm blaming the computer system, but everyone knows the calendar did not make the mistake. I clicked the wrong button.
Right. Blaming the software just makes you look like someone who refuses to take ownership. It is frustrating for a manager to read.
So the winner has to be option C. Good catch. I will update the calendar invitation right away. It uses our toolbox. It compliments the boss for noticing the error before anyone woke up at 4 in the morning, and it promises immediate action.
Exactly. If you chose option C at home, great job. You handled a public group chat mistake with total grace. You proved that you are reliable.
I feel so much better about group chats now, but what if the mistake is that I sent a message to the wrong group chat entirely?
That is a brilliant question. That happens all the time with chat apps like Slack or Teams. You have 20 different conversations open.
Yes, once I meant to text my wife to buy avocados, but I accidentally sent my grocery list to the entire marketing team. They asked why I needed 12 avocados for a marketing campaign.
That is hilarious, but it can be very embarrassing. When you send a message to the wrong place, you use a very specific professional phrase. You type, please disregard my last message. That was meant for someone else.
Disregard. That sounds very fancy. Does it mean ignore?
Yes, disregard means pretend you did not see that or please ignore that. It is highly professional.
Please disregard my last message. So if I send a funny meme to the executive team chat by accident, I do not need to explain the meme.
Absolutely do not explain the meme. Just type, please disregard my last message and move on. Do not draw more attention to it.
I am writing that down. Disregard is my new favorite word.
Now let's talk about the final step, the wrap-up text.
The wrap-up text, like putting a bow on a present?
Exactly. After you send the updated file or fix the calendar, your boss might reply and say, got it, thanks. How do you end the conversation?
Well, I usually say, you're welcome, and I'm so sorry again for my terrible mistake today.
No, we talked about this, Dave. No more sorries. You already fixed the problem. Do not bring the problem back to life.
But I feel like I need to show I'm still humble before I log off for the day.
You showed you were professional by taking ownership and fixing it quickly. Now you just need to close the loop smoothly so everyone can go back to work. You can use the phrase all set.
All set. Just 2 words, like a dinner table?
Just 2 words. All set means the problem is completely resolved, the task is finished, and everything is correct now.
Can I use all set outside of the office? What if I'm at a restaurant and the waiter asks if I want more water?
Yes, it works perfectly there too. You can say, no thanks, I'm all set. It means you have everything you need and you are satisfied.
I love versatile phrases like this. I can use it with Mr. Henderson and with the waiter. It's permanently in my toolbox.
If you want to sound incredibly helpful after fixing your mistake, you can add one more phrase to the end. You say, all set, let me know if you need anything else.
Let me know if you need anything else. That sounds very confident, like I'm completely in control of the situation.
That is exactly the feeling it gives your manager. You made a mistake, you fixed it, and now you are standing tall, ready for the next task. It shows you're not hiding under your desk in shame.
Because sometimes I really do want to hide under my desk. When I sent the wrong presentation to the clients last month, I did not want to look at my computer screen for the rest of the day.
That is a very normal human feeling. When you learn English, making a mistake feels twice as bad. You worry about your job performance and you worry about your language skills failing you. It is exhausting.
Yes, it is exactly that. I worry Mr. Henderson thinks I'm bad at my job, and I worry my English sounds broken when I try to explain myself.
But with these copy-paste formulas, you do not have to worry about the English part anymore. You just use them. It takes the language anxiety away immediately, so you can just focus on doing your actual job well.
Let me review my toolbox to make sure I have everything.
Let's do a quick recap together.
If I send the wrong file, I do not send 100 sorries. I say, my apologies for the oversight. Here's the updated file.
Perfect. And if your boss finds a mistake in your work?
I do not send a defensive excuse about my internet connection. I say, good catch. Thanks for pointing that out. I'll get that fixed right away.
Spot on. What if you just spell a word wrong?
I say, apologies for the typo.
And if you send your grocery list to the whole company?
I say, please disregard my lost message. That was meant for someone else. And then I go buy my avocados.
And finally, how do you close the conversation after everything is fixed?
I say, all set. Let me know if you need anything else.
You have a complete professional toolbox now, Dave. We have covered a lot of ground today. Remember our golden rule here. Communication, not perfection. Mistakes happen to everyone, every single day. It is your reply that truly matters.
Your reply is your reputation. I feel so much more prepared for tomorrow morning.
Before you go, we have a question for you. Leave a comment below and tell us what is the worst or funniest typo you've ever sent in a work group chat. Practice your new English and tell us your story. We read every single one.
I am going to read all of them too. Your challenge for today is to open your phone's Notes app right now and copy-paste these formulas. That way, you are completely ready the next time you make a mistake.
You're going to do great. Give this video a like, share it with a coworker who needs it, and we'll see you in the next lesson.
Take care, everyone. See you next time.